Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on the Why BGM podcast. I'm here with Mrs. Anita Sakuru. I am Noah Martins, and before we start talking about BGM, ma'am, why don't you start by introducing yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Noah, for being here. Makes me feel very young and very connected to the BITSA group with having people like you on this podcast. So, as you said, my name is Anita Sakuru. I'm the chairperson for BGM 2026. I'm from the 87 batch. I graduated in 91, and this is the sixth edition of BGM, and I'm chairing that. And I think only one edition of BGM I did not attend. I think it's the Dubai one.
Right.
And most famously, I'm the what do you call founder of Pilani Sharks one edition, which is in the last BGM Jaipur edition.
Right.
And very recently, I came onto the board of BITSA International as well. So that's my claim to fame from a BITSian community point of view.
Lovely. Awesome. I'm Noah Martins. I am 2019 to 23 BITSCOA 2019 A1PS 1091G. And I currently lead growth at a gaming startup. I started a company while I was at BITS, and I have attended both the BGMs since I joined, so 2020 and 2024.
Somebody told me, Noah, that you did. I didn't see you. I can't remember you. I'm sorry at BGM Goa, but somebody told me that you did some podcast during that.
Right.
You were a student then, right?
Yes. So,
What's that story?
so in 2020, I was in BITS Goa, and that's when BGM was happening, and I was a part of the ARC, Alumni Relations Cell, and we were helping organize the BGM. And before the event, it was just carrying chairs everywhere, making gift boxes, stuff like that. But once I actually saw who all was going to be there, it felt like a missed opportunity not to be talking to all the literally amazing people that collect on your campus, right? Like literally the net worth of our cafeteria went from like I don't know few thousands to must be billions,
Billions,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Every time that event happened. But yeah, so my friends and I made a list of all the people coming and remembered their faces. And if we ever saw anyone we recognized during the BGM on our campus, they'd call me, and I'd go and talk to them and ask them if I could interview them. And through doing that, I ended up interviewing Fanindra Sama from Redbus, Sanjay Nath from Bloom Ventures, a bunch of really, renowned.
That's very nice. I
alumni.
think that Goa edition had fantastic speakers. Revati
Right,
Adwaiti,
agreed.
one of the Fortune 500
Definitely,
CEOs,
right.
and I think Rahul, not Rahul Dravid. There was one more cricketer,
Right.
and then the Three Idiots. Wangcho
Right.
was also there.
Correct. The Swiggy founder was also there.
Yeah.
Big Basket, everybody. Like there were a lot of really. Yeah, for me as a first year student, it was definitely a very cool experience to be like, yeah, this is a part of a community that
Yeah.
this is the community that I am now a part of.
That's fantastic. Very few students or very few young Bitsians are like you. That must be a great
I would
experience. Yeah.
like you hope not, but yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, cool. Why don't you start by telling anybody who's listening who doesn't know what BGM is?
Yeah.
What is BGM?
Yeah. So BGM, as you know, it stands for BITS Global Meet. This is the sixth edition, and why we do it is we want to showcase some of the best people out there in BITS alum. And this time the theme is basically BITSians for Viksit Bharat 2047. And we are working around the concept of network, navigate, and nostalgia. So as you know, Bitsians, like from my generation to your generation, it's all about fun. So that's
Right.
the nostalgia part. And if you see really worldwide, Noah, there are about 100,000 bits alums, right?
Right.
And more than 50%, 60% are doing extremely well, and the others are also doing well, right?
Right.
And if you look at top 1% of the Indian economy, there are many Bitsians, whether it is industry, whether it is startups, VCs, in the government, not many politicians, very few politicians,
Right.
very few writers, and very few filmy personalities. But otherwise, every other sphere, we have excellent people. So we want to show a sample of these people in our global meet and help the rest of the Bitsians who need to navigate and network to a better country and to a better globe. That is the whole idea. And we can only show not just 1 or 2% of our best of our people there. So that is the whole idea. So for youngsters like you all to come to the meet, to meet more people, to navigate to a better future for you and for the country.
Awesome. And this time it's on the Hyderabad campus,
Yeah.
right? Amazing. So what's the format of the event? How, is it talks? Is it just networking? If I were a student on campus right now, how would I take advantage of whatever was happening
Yeah.
around me?
So to begin with, for students, it's all free.
Right.
They eat on the campus, but it's all the sessions. They don't have to register. They can come and attend all the sessions. And this time, as I mentioned to you, the whole concept is around Viksit Bharat 2047. We want to make sure that we create platforms for everyone to network, right? So the day ninth begins with the networking breakfast with the top IAS officers of the Telangana state, Jayesh Ranjan, Dana Kishore, Sanjay. All these are secretaries of the government, Telangana government. Along with what we are doing is we are extending an invitation to 300 civil servants of Bitsin community. So we are expecting about 15-20% of them to turn up for the event. So the state IAS officers, the Bitsian civil servants across the country, the startup founders, and all the speakers and panelists. So there is a networking breakfast right there, so that we want to facilitate whatever people want to do in the state of Telangana or wherever they want to do in India. So let's say somebody wants to know how to do business in a particular state or how to get something done. The civil servants are right there, the state IAS officers are there, and the startup founders can network amongst themselves, the speakers, panelists can network amongst themselves. So we are facilitating some of the best network events there. And then the same kind of network breakfast is there on the 10th and on the 11th. And for normal delegates, anybody who has registered, we are having one-on-one. When I say one-on-one mentoring sessions, it's 15 to 1 different mentoring sessions at breakfast, at lunch, and at other intervals that we are getting. So the key focus of this BGM is for you all to network and be able to facilitate the growth of yourself personally and growth of your organizations wherever you're working, so that we build a better India and better globe. That's the whole idea.
Amazing. And so like I said, I've been for a couple of BGMs. I've seen how people use it as a platform to reconnect with
Yeah.
people from the past, as well as obviously to network upwards.
Yeah.
Maybe you could speak a little bit about that. It might be easy for someone who's been in the industry for a while and has seen things to be able to network at a BGM. But for someone who's attending their first BGM, how do I go and talk to someone who's created this big company or has this very high post? How should I approach them and how do I think about that?
It's a very good question. I get asked this question in a different way also now, which is they say, hey, Anita, we can go to a tech conference or CRM conference or Salesforce conference or something like that, right? You go
Right.
to a particular niche conference or Thai conference. What is the difference between that and BGM? Your question gets asked in a different way. So my answer is always, when you are going to a tech-focused conferences, the lateral networking works very well. So you can meet 100, 200, 300 of people of your caliber or your rank, or maybe one rank more.
Correct.
The biggest advantage of a BGM, a BITS event, is that your vertical connects are going to explode.
Absolutely.
Vertical connects is like for you, right? You are a student on the campus.
Correct.
You could meet somebody like Fanindra Sama, right?
Absolutely.
And Fanindra Sama is like one of the most celebrated entrepreneurs of our
100%.
times in terms of building a B2C brand and starting to exiting the company. And now he is doing a lot of social impact. What is the likelihood that a college student will be able
Very
to?
tough.
Very tough, right? So that is the opportunity that is there in BGM. And the platforms that we are creating at BGM is that 1 to 15 mentorship panels that we are doing. Okay, so and around November 15th, we are going to open, because we want some more people to register and some more speakers are also getting confirmed. So around November 15th, we are going to open up that software where any of you can do a networking request to all these top speakers, top panelists, all the top IAS officers, whoever is attending, will have a list on the Tickle website, and you will be able to sign up for them.
Right.
And we are going to create, BITS Pilani campus, 200 acres or whatever more, n number of acres, right? So there's a lot of space, lot of rooms. We are creating those individual networking opportunities. And another big thing about Bitsian network and Bitsa, why I feel very motivated to work for it is, let's say you know me, right? And I know somebody. Once we meet and once there is a personal connect, you ask me for an introduction to anyone, I'll give it to you.
Right.
It's like that. That is, so when you come there and say, let's say you wanted to meet 1, 2, 3 CEOs, you're not able to meet all of them. If you met me, that's good enough. As an example, it's not
I
me.
understand.
So what I'm saying is the network is very, very powerful in the sense the more personal relationships that you make, or the more people that you meet there and have that eye connect or
Right.
whatever, right? The more investment you make into Bitsa network, the more better it is for you.
Absolutely, and they're much more likely. These people, first of all, it's going to be much harder for these students to come across them in
Yeah.
their daily life, but they're much more likely to entertain you and want to talk to you and get to know about you at BGM, right?
Yeah.
I remember one of the first alumni that I spoke. I was in this. I was watching this VC panel, and my friend sitting next to me was like, "We should go and talk to them." I was like, "What will we?
Yeah,
What will we
ask you.
say to
Yeah,
these
yeah,
guys?"
yeah.
But when that panel ended, he was like, they were all literally right there. So I was like, we have to go talk to them. And
Yeah.
he was like, what will we say? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And I went to one of the VCs and I pitched him. It was Sanjay Nath from Bloom. I pitched him some horrible idea.
Yeah.
But he took the time to listen to me.
Yeah.
Right. And I know now that I have started a company, I know that it's very hard to get his time. He's a very important person in his industry. But he took the time to listen to me, and I used to do stand-up comedy, so he asked me a bunch of questions about that. He was genuinely interested,
Yeah.
and that was very cool. I guess I guess you have to understand that these are very important people, but when they come to BGM, they've decided that they're going to spend their time, getting to meet people, connect, etc., etc., and so they're going to be in the headspace also where they are willing to do it and want to do it.
That's a fantastic point, Noah. So one of my batchmate, Srisu, he's a CEO, big CEO, right? So one of the bite that he gave, you probably saw on BGM site, is that he wants to give back to the community. So
Right.
that is how all the seniors, our generation, feel,
Right.
that we want to give back in terms of time, in
Right.
terms of space, mental space. It's not about money. It's not about anything else. It's not about giving you a job. It's
Right.
more about giving that time, giving that emotion, investing into the network, so that we help you make the connections, we help you grow.
Right.
So for entrepreneurs, especially this time, we have Pilani Sharks too.
Okay.
There's a second version we have, and the first version, it was BitSpark that invested. But last 3 years, what happened, particularly last edition that we did, we are getting more companies than we can fund.
Right.
Okay, but we feel we want to help more entrepreneurs, because the Bitsin ecosystem now, in terms of entrepreneurship, has really is a well-oiled machine now.
Right.
So we are tying up with other VC firms, non-Bitsian VC firms, but where Bitsians are in the lead, right? Like Arkham
Right.
Ventures, Bala, like Kallari Capital, Rajesh
Nice.
Raju, a lot of other VCs. So now 40 VCs are going to be, in fact, non-Bitsian owned VCs are going to be there,
Wow.
along with Bitsian VCs, and some of them are going to be the lead investors. So we are increasing the amount that we are investing. Previously, it was $500,000 to $1 million. Now we are going from $1 million to $3 million of investment checks.
Wow.
We are going to see more companies. We are going to increase the size of the investments that we are going to make, along with the commitment for the early stage things. So you don't have to have a business now. No, for example, right? You're working somewhere, but you're once an entrepreneur, always an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
That bug is always there. A lot of people want to
Definitely.
you come there, meet other VCs
Right.
at breakfast, at lunch, at some place, right?
Right.
Listen to them. There are breakout sessions where you can go and meet these people, get a perspective, and meet other people who can connect you with them.
Absolutely.
That is the thing. So you just keep that in mind. The vertical connects.
Right.
Bitsa is the best place for vertical connects. BGM
Right.
is the best place for vertical connects.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I'd say my biggest takeaway from BITS was the network. For me personally, I studied chemical engineering,
Okay.
but I've never really thought about chemical engineering after I graduated, right? But I was always very clear that I wanted to go to BITS because I wanted to be a part of that network.
Network. Yep.
And it's been of great help to me in many times in my life. For example, even when I was trying to raise funding for my startup, the first investor that I got was Kushal Bhagia, who is a Bitsian and who I met initially through the Bitsian network, right?
Fantastic.
So definitely, I think a lot of students should be thinking about how great of an asset that network is and how they should take advantage of it. And I think BGM is a great opportunity to take advantage of that network, right?
Yeah.
Where you don't have to go on LinkedIn and find someone who went to bits. There's literally an app, like you're saying. You can look for people who are doing things that you find interesting and perhaps reach out to
Yeah.
them and get help,
So,
I
some
guess.
of the most popular Bitsians, right? They
Right,
have 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 followers.
right,
What is the likelihood that your message would even reach them on
right,
LinkedIn?
right,
Right? A lot of youngsters, the counter argument is okay, today it's the networking, it's the social media world, good social media world, yes, but it's only as good as a face, that's it.
right,
But when you come to conferences like this, is when you actually can make a personal connect.
right.
Somebody with 30,000 followers is not going to remember you or not going to reply to your request on LinkedIn, but
Right,
they will meet you at BGM. They will spend
right,
that time at BGM.
right.
And it's not just for entrepreneurs, Noah.
No, it could
One of
be if
one
you
of
wanted a
the
job, wanted advice on something, I
yeah.
think you'd be very
Not only that, we are
easy.
having, for example, the second day we are having panels on corporate growth, right?
Okay.
So today, for example, Siemens Information Technology CEO, he is confirmed his present, Pankaj
Nice.
Vyas. So like that, we are having the best of the corporate CEOs. This time we are getting 60, so far 60 confirmation of global CXOs.
Wow.
And in the next 2 months, we are going to complete that 40 also. The goal that we have is to bring 100 global CXOs to this conference.
Right.
And so many of them have climbed the corporate ladder. And
Right.
we are having a couple of panels on that. So, like if there are somebody, there's a lot of 30 to 40% of Bitsins who want to go to the corporate side,
Right.
become CEOs and CFOs and CXOs of Fortune 2000, Fortune 1000 companies, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of advice you can get on that. How to actually do that, how to grow step by step, how to complement your skills and all that stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's wonderful. And how would you recommend that a student? I feel like you answered this to an extent, but I just want to double down here.
Yeah.
If I'm a student right now on campus, like what should I do? If I'm a student on the Hyderabad campus,
Yeah.
what should I be doing during BGM? What research maybe do I do in advance? Like what events do I attend? How do I take advantage of
Yeah.
it?
They should do exactly what you did, which is like
Right.
5 or 6 days before the conference. They should look at the latest agenda. They should look at who are all attending. And whatever, see, what I feel is nobody stays in the field that they graduate in or they thought they would be interested in. All of us have changed our careers, all of us have changed our interests and all that stuff, right? So, but at that time, whatever is interesting you, pick 2 or 3 names and try and meet them. And whatever panels those two people are, try and attend those panels. At least I would recommend for students, at least attend 2 to 3 panels that are out there. We are
Right.
going to have about 10 panels. At least attend 2 to 3 panels.
Especially the first years, right? Who
Yeah.
haven't explored their interest fully and
Yes,
are
absolutely.
looking for things to learn. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And what I know that it's not a fully serious event as well. There's a lot of entertainment involved, and getting to know people in a casual setting as well. So why
Yeah.
don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so one is of course BitSense. Wherever BitSense are, it's fun. It's always fun, and we are having 2 entertainment days. The first day is going to be a Kavali night. So a lot of people have said there's a lot of outstation people coming to Hyderabad. So they said they want to explore the culture in Hyderabad. So we are doing a Kavali night. So with the backdrop of Hyderabad and with Hyderabadi food, traditional food,
Wow.
we are doing Kavali night. And the second day is going to be a Bitsin typical music night that's performed by Bits alums and also the students on the campus. So that's the
Right.
search for the best songs and the best artist is going out. There's one person by name Atul Mishra, 78 batch, I think. He's leading that initiative. And so we're going to have fun 2 days.
Lovely.
And for the spouses and for other additional guests that are coming in, you probably saw that we have partnered with Department of Tourism in Telangana state, and they have offered that 2 days before the BGM, one day after the BGM, and during the BGM. So which is like a week, they will take us wherever we want in Hyderabad,
Wow.
and we can actually through the BGM communications email, people can email what they want to do, and they will do all this free of cost for us.
Wow.
So we have partnered with the government for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think you personally are most excited about
Yeah, I
for this
am, of
program?
course, Pilani Sharks is my brainchild, and
Right.
I love that. But otherwise, I am most excited about the last day program, Noah. So it's about social impact. It's about building India. It's about making India a better place. So that entire half a day is dedicated for social impact. So we are going to have a new program called Impact Dolphins. It is
Okay.
very similar to Shark Tank, but it's a non-profit side. So people who are going to contribute to the non-profit side are going to come and speak about various initiatives in the country, and we are going to give money check to people. Like for example, if you are interested in doing early education intervention, as an example, and
Right.
you have an idea on paper, or you started something, you registered something, and you're doing something voluntary work or whatever, so we'll fund you, let's say 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs to get it going, to register
Nice.
your organization and take it forward. So I'm most excited about that because Bitsins have contributed
Right.
tremendously to nation building, either on the business side or on the social impact side. One of the
Right.
largest, largest social impact organizations in the country is by Bitsins, Nirman. They
Right.
started on campus with 1 rupee per day, and today they have hundreds of volunteers from BITS campuses alone, and hundreds of employees working full time, and they're doing tremendous work. So, and a lot of people are contributing in many different ways. So, we want to bring them all together also. BITS is just not about engineering, not about IT, but it's about contributing, nation building. And that's why I said I really vibe well with Viksit Bharat, BITSians for Viksit Bharat 2047. So, we are contributing a huge part to the economy, national economy, and nation building, whether through civil services or social impact organizations or whatever. So, it's high time we dedicate half a day and show that work and have programs around that. So I'm particularly very excited about that half a day.
That's lovely. Um, I'd also love to talk a little bit more about bit sharks. So last year was the first one. This year is the second iteration of it. And like you mentioned, you've had to increase check sizes. You've brought in external investor help as well. Why don't you talk a little bit about who should be applying? How should they
Yeah, we
apply?
we sent out the poster.
Okay.
So anybody early stage to a little bit pre-series A stage,
Right.
anybody can apply. We don't have a sector preference. We
Right.
don't have revenue preference, in the sense we are not particular that you have to be a revenue generating company. If you
Right.
are, that's great. If you are not, also that's great. So
Right.
because we are tying up with other VCs, we have different buckets. We have really early stage, we have early stage, and then we have little bit mature buckets as well. So
Right.
we are going to group these companies, group these startups, and then present them to external VCs and present them on the dais that day.
Right.
So
And just to
anybody
be
can
clear, this
apply.
is not just for current students, it's also for people building companies
Yeah,
outside
not
of
at all. We
college
have
as
only
well.
one small section of current students, which is
Right.
also we are sourcing through PIEDS.
Right.
But majority of it, 75 to 80% of it, is for BITS alum.
Right.
BITS alum who are like recent graduates or graduates for the last 20 years, 30 years. Even for people like me who graduated in 90s, graduated in 80s, anybody can apply. You're an entrepreneur. You want to you have started your journey. You need some help. Actually, the reason I got involved with BitSpark also, Noah,
Hmm.
is the person who was leading BitSpark, Sundi, is 88 batch, 1 year junior to me.
Hmm.
When I was talking to him, one sentence really stuck to me. He said, Anita, every Bitsian company
Hmm.
is either eligible for funding now or in the future. We don't refuse anyone, he said. That really struck my heart, which is basically majority of us come from non-entrepreneurial background when we go to BITS, right? But a lot of us are aspiring entrepreneurs. We don't know where to go for funding. We don't know where to go for mentorship. This is like the mother organization. BITSA and BITSpark is like the mother organization. So when he said that we don't refuse anyone, I felt very happy, and that's why I joined and I'm contributing. So if somebody comes with a plan that is not very feasible, if the go-to-market strategy is not right or whatever, right? We sit down, mentor, prepare them, and ask them to go back and revise that and come back again. So this is a continuous journey. So it's not. So my advice would be, it's not a one-time investment into Bitsian community. It's an ongoing thing forever. Like for example, I told you, right? I got involved 18, 20 years back when the BGM started. And every year my network grows and my emotional quotient and emotional happiness grows, because I meet a lot of people, I meet a lot of youngsters like you. I'll be able to connect some people, and it brings a lot of joy and happiness. So for youngsters like you, my recommendation is you invest into the network, you
Right.
invest into these BGMs, you invest into the bits and days, meet people, grow with them, you grow along. Don't expect that one BGM I'll
Right.
get a funding of $1 million, I'll become rich. No, it's a continuous journey. It's a continuous happiness quotient.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense. And I think for me also, attending these past ones has really helped me not just connect with people directly from my industry, but also in the broader BITS network. And like we'd said before, the BITS network is one of the most valuable things that you get out
Yep.
of being a part of this institution.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Awesome. If you want, we can close our questions with one last, one last thought from you on what you think people should be most excited about, and what they should do next.
Yeah. So my concluding comment is, say if there are 100,000 Bitsians and there are
Yeah.
about 1,500 people attending this, right? 1,000 to 1,500
Right.
people attending this. It's a very, very small sample of our success. As
Hmm.
you know, most of the Bitsians are very successful.
Right.
But it's a very, very big in the sense that there are 1,000 new connections, 1,000
Right.
new people making connections, right? So it's about 5,000 new ideas and 5,000 new connections that are made at BGM for the growth, for nation building and for network building and for more growth of a Bitsian ecosystem. That's the way I look at it. And we tried to make a panel, we tried to include every single sphere possible that Bitsians are in, possible
Right.
that our Bitsians are in. And then we may not have included many successful people, because it's not possible. Like, as I told you, out of the 100,000, 30, 40,000 people are very successful. We can't bring in everyone because it's impossible to reach. But this is a sample, and this is a celebration of our success. This is also a foundation for our future growth and for what Bitsens are going to contribute for India's growth. And finally, come and have fun.
Awesome.
Come and have fun. That's it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Noah. Thank you very much for
Thank
your
you,
time.
ma'am, so much for taking the time.
Yeah. We'll take
Do
some
we,
questions if,
yeah, do
yeah.
we have any questions on the street? Okay.
Some questions? Okay, there are only comments that I'm able to see, which is the focus on social impact is really needed. Super and amazing. Looking forward to Impact Dolphins. So these are very generic congratulatory messages now. So what we'll do is probably after this podcast, we'll also what do you call? We'll also record this. It's already
Yeah,
recorded.
absolutely.
We will put it
Would
in
you like
the
to talk more about Impact Dolphins?
yeah, Impact Dolphin, nothing very similar to Pilani Sharks.
Right.
Very similar, but we are going to have dolphins who are like basically the donors. Dolphins are very soft creatures. That's why we said dolphins and not sharks. And people can apply. Suppose you have just an idea on the paper, no problem. Just apply. It's the form is there online
Right.
on the Tickle website, and just apply, and we'll be able to help you, guide you. This is also going to be an ongoing process, just like Pilani Sharks and BitSpark. It's not going to be a one-time thing. We are going to handhold you, mentor you, and take you through.
Got it.
Take you through. And one more point I wanted to mention is about 9 panels that I said, right? So we are going to have, as I said, corporate growth. Then we are going to have VC panel. Then we are going to have private equity panel. Then we are going to have pharma and life sciences panel as well. And there's one on film. There's a lot of workshops also that we made Noah this time. So, for example, there's very what do you call, high quality workshop by Prasad, TNS Prasad. He's 1 year senior to me. He's CEO of a company called Agent Man. So he's doing an agents workshop for 2.5 hours. So
Wow.
people can just you register for BGM, you can come and actually learn hands-on stuff. And then I don't know if you heard of Dhruba Bodh Thakur. He's one of the man behind the Sora 2.
Wow.
Actually, his company got acquired by OpenAI.
Okay.
So very rarely people in India can meet somebody like Bora. He's
Right.
our batchmate. He's a man of few words, but extraordinarily intelligent and highly contributing to the AI world.
Wow.
So he's going to be there at the conference. People can sign up to be mentored by him.
Right.
And this is like these are the world's best. They are not India's best or they are not a region's best.
Right.
Bora, and then there is Chandrika Maheshwari. She is also an entrepreneur, one of the most respected persons in the San Francisco Bay Area for AI. So our AI panel is world class, world's best AI panel we are going to have. And then there is a workshop on marketing. So a lot of people like you all want to know about marketing, right? So Jayan is taking a workshop on marketing. All these details are there. These are all absolutely free of cost. You sign up for BGM, you can attend any of these. We are having 6 workshops. Then we are going to have work-life balance workshop. Then we are going to have short filmmaking workshop. So there's this best of the industry that is doing that workshop, short filmmaking, and not only just filmmaking, but how to market short films.
Wow.
So we're having a creativity panel as well. And then on the academics panel, Nova, we are having somebody from Princeton University. We are having somebody from IIT. We are having somebody from ISB. ISB Dean, I don't know if you know, is a Bitsin, is an
Right.
ex-Bitsin, Madan. So he is coming along with his staff and other people who have gone from BITS to ISB. So all our panels are world class. They are not India class. They are all world class. People flying from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, and doing. And then we have curated all these workshops that anyone can attend any of the workshop. In the sense, I may not have interest in AI, but I may be interested in short filmmaking,
Right.
but I may be interested in marketing or whatever. So we are trying to keep everyone in mind, and we have curated those workshops. So my final thing would be all of you to check the workshops and sign up for those workshops as well. We'll open the workshop signing up is open now. I mean, the forms are open now, but the mentorship forms will be open from, as I told, November 15th, because
Right.
we want more people to sign up, and then we'll open that up.
Lovely. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Thank you, Noah.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mom.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for
Looking
joining.
forward to seeing you all at BGM.